Okay, so everyone, it's Austin Hughes once again from the West Ham United Foundation. We're really lucky to be able to do an interview with one of our amazing players. And when I say lucky, lucky because you'll understand everything is being filmed before the day, and we've got Courtney Brosnan with us, who is not just a West Ham United player, she's also an international player. So we've gone beyond the bounds of just your usual West Ham player. This is absolute royalty when it comes to our players. Courtney, it is absolutely amazing to have you with us today. I'm honoured. I'm a big West Ham fan, so talking to any player is for me is amazing. So I know people are looking in, going, "How did this poor lady? There's Jonathan Ross, there's Graham Norton. How did this poor lady end up with Austin?" Just before we do any more, how are you? How are things for you at this time?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. I just want to say thank you to you as well for having me here. I'm obviously honored just to be able to talk to you and obviously being at camp and just connect back to West Ham as usual.
That's brilliant. I'm no idea who told you to say honoured to speak to me, but I will slip them a fiver, probably a £10 note if they're lucky later. As you'll know, the event that we're supporting today is very much about the awareness around disability. And, yeah, we're celebrating people with disabilities, also looking at some of the challenges that people have had to overcome. And I'm just looking at your career and, the different countries and places you've been to. Would you say that there have been hurdles that possibly you've had to face as a person? And how have you found sort of the best way to get over those challenges or things you might have come up against?
Yeah, I think obviously as an athlete, I faced back in my university days, had a couple bad knee injuries and had to have surgery for that. So obviously you can get pretty low during those times with bad injuries. But I think just connecting with friends and teammates and just having people around you to support you is amazing and just helps you get through those difficult times. And just like you said, obviously I've moved from the US, I was in France and I was in England. So it can be a bit uncomfortable to be in new environments and things like that. But just again, just reaching out to the people around you. And I think I've been blessed to have such amazing teammates and just create a real community everywhere that I've been.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And I think at this time, it's something that I know the club has certainly championed, and us at the foundation, we've been going on about the importance of keeping links, whether it be with friends or family or just people you work with, someone you've just seen, just keeping those links in place is so positive. And I know that for many people with a disability, and myself, I have problems that come up sometimes with my mental health. It can be a really important thing to keep those links in place. So you would say that that's a really big positive.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously, and during these times, especially, it's been a bit difficult for everyone. And so I think it's even more important just to stay connected with everyone any way that you can. If it's over Zoom, just a text, a call, FaceTime. So I think it's super important.
Yeah, great. I totally agree. As you know, you've seen my I'm going to say handsome. I'm going there. I'm going to say why are you laughing? Don't laugh. You've seen my handsome mug around the. She's why is she laughing?
Yeah.
You've seen my handsome mug on match days. I'm very aware of fans with disabilities who come to the women's matches, especially from the Barking and Dagenham group that we're championing today. When I speak to them, they always tell me how just amazing it has been that when they're there, the players come around the pitch, they will stop, they will talk to people. And it's not just that you do it in a sort of a quick 5 minutes, let's have a chat. Rain, snow, the team, I'm often there going, you really should be coming in now. They tell me what a positive it is for them because it is a little bit inspiring. It gives them that positivity that, someone's come and spent time with me. Do you as a player, do you think you recognize and see that when you're actually putting that in place?
Yeah, I mean, obviously fans are such a massive part of the game. So I think just anyone that comes to our games, it's really easy for us to take time out and just thank them and have a conversation. So I think they're what makes the game so amazing for us to be able to play in front of these fans and these people that are supporting us in, as you said, rain, snow, whatever it is. So obviously it's great. And again, it's just connecting to different people that you may not have met. Obviously, I never thought I would be meeting West Ham fans in England. So it's great to just have conversations and meet different people.
Yeah, and I think it's such an important thing, because it's great to be able to access a match. It's great to go to a game, but to actually have a player come over and genuinely spend that time, and I think, all the women's matches I've been at, that's what's always shone through. And you say about them sitting in the snow and the rain, and that actually it's you guys, you're still in your shorts, you've got short sleeves, and I'm going, that's cold, you should come in now. So I think that genuinely means a lot to those fans that you're there, you're taking that time. And it's brilliant. No one's ever signed anything for me, though. I'm just pointing this out.
I'll have to speak to someone about that.
I will hold you to this. Everyone watching, you heard that. Okay. Listen, we've had some questions sent in from the group that we're sort of championing today. So if it's okay, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. We've screened them. They're all good. They're all safe. They're all okay. Unless I drop anything in there, that's always going to be there. You never know with me. So we've got a question from Nikki. Hi, Nikki. Courtney, what do you do in your time off, and do you have any hobbies? That's a bit cheeky, because Nikki's got two questions in one there. She's going for her money's worth. So, Courtney, what do you do in your time off, and do you have any hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, obviously on our off time, I hang out a lot with the girls on the team, which is a bit difficult in COVID, but outside of this, we'd usually go for coffee, just check out some cool coffee shops in London, or just walk around. And I think hobbies, I am a bit of a nerd and I love reading. So I'm always with a book in hand. But yeah, I just love reading. I really like swimming. So sometimes just try to get out and do different activities to stay busy.
That's amazing. Can I throw one in? What's your favorite book?
Oh, wow. I just finished one by Harlan Coben called The Woods. I really like mystery thriller books, so that was a really good one for me.
Okay, that's cool. We're gonna look that one up. I'm a Rupert the Bear fan, so Rupert the Bear annuals. Everyone's now going, what is he talking about? That's me all over. Charlie has also asked a question. How has it felt for you without fans being present at matches?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it's been a big adjustment because, as you said, especially at West Ham, we have great fans and supporting us all the time. So I think just missing that extra spirit or that noise that you can always hear, it's been a bit difficult. But I think, obviously, we have a big passion for the club and playing for the badge. So just trying to keep them in our mind while we're out there, even if they're not there with us.
Oh, that's really good. And I know that most are following online, so it's, they always want to know what's happening, which is really good. Haley asks us, Courtney, how do you celebrate now on the pitch? Is this, is it a concern? And how do you overcome the issues that we face at this time? Good question, Haley.
Yeah, I think obviously it's just been so weird because there's all the new restrictions and protocols. So I think just trying to do our best to follow along with those, but then also just continue to enjoy football and just celebrate the moments when we score goals and win games. So just keeping our health and safety in mind, but also just not being afraid to have a good time, I think is important.
Yeah, and at this time, you've got your controlled bubbles, which makes it safe and everything. But I think it is important. There is a lot of doom and gloom around at the moment. So there's something to be celebrated, and you can do it. Let's have some celebrations. My celebrations are legendary, but none of them are allowed to be screened. It's that it's that this is the way it is sometimes. Simon asks us, Courtney, which player, past or present, would you like to play with or against?
Wow. Well, I think coming from my Irish side, I would have loved to have been able to play with Emma Byrne. Obviously, she's an absolute legend goalkeeper for Ireland and for Arsenal as well. So I think just being able to train with her or anything like that would have been absolutely amazing. And I think maybe someone I want on my team would have been Kelly Smith, obviously a bit of a wizard on the ball, scoring lots of goals. So I think you'll always love one of those in your team as well.
So yeah, I totally agree. And the last question, this came from the group as a whole. what is the team that you most look forward to playing against? So when that fixture list comes out every year, is there one team that you go through and go, that's the game, that's the one I'm either looking forward to, or that's the one I'm a little bit fearful of?
Yeah, that's a really tough question. I feel like for us, I'd say Tottenham is a huge one just because it's just going to be a huge fight. And obviously, it's a big rivalry in the club. So I think that's
Yeah,
a game that we're obviously always looking to win, but also, it's going to be tough. You're going to have to leave everything out there. So I think that's definitely one the players would look for first.
yeah, yeah. To be honest, I think from a fan point of view as well, it tends to be the one we look for and go, where are they? There they are. It's a big matchup. Okay, so again, Courtney, thank you so much. This is as much as a day about spreading awareness and celebrating with people about disability. There are positives that we should take from the day. Is there a positive note that you can share with everyone that's just looking in today?
Yeah, I think just like you said, it's super important to celebrate everyone with disabilities and then just focusing then on the abilities inside the disabilities and that everyone has a chance to show themselves and show how good and special that they can be. So I think obviously it's a place that we can include and share with everyone, but also just letting these people shine through is really important.
Brilliant. That's absolutely amazing, and a sentiment that I definitely share. We've got to look at the positives and look at that where people can move on and grow, develop, and empower themselves to do more in life. And I think being able to link with someone like you, if that doesn't light that little touch paper, I don't know what will. So again, Courtney, thank you ever so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.